Hello everyone. Today, we're embarking on a journey to explore some of the universe's most terrifying and strange mysteries. What out there is devouring tens of thousands of galaxies? And what about the theories concerning the end of the universe? We'll also delve into the wandering black hole, a colossal monster of the cosmos, roaming freely without obeying any known rules. And does the sun actually have an atmosphere? Or is that just a piece of science fiction? Welcome to Nothingverse, where the darkest and most terrifying secrets of the universe are gradually revealed. And please hit the subscribe button to help me reach my first 100 subscribers. Thank you, everyone. Galaxies are being devoured. Imagine that one day, our Milky Way, the vast home to billions of stars, planets, and everything familiar, suddenly becomes the prey of an invisible, massive, and terrifying entity. It sounds like the plot of a science fiction movie, but this is a reality unfolding in the universe we live in. In 2009, scientists discovered an unusual phenomenon when they observed a group of galaxies, including the Milky Way, moving at an astonishing speed along a path unlike any known rule before. Imagine tens of thousands of galaxies, vast regions of space containing billions of stars, being pulled toward a mysterious direction, as if a colossal cosmic monster were lurking in the darkness, devouring everything in its path. But what could possibly be powerful enough to cause this? Instinctively, we think of black holes, one of the most terrifying entities in the universe, where everything is sucked in and never returns. However, even the largest black hole humans have ever discovered, TON 618, with a mass 66 billion times that of the Sun, is still not enough to explain this strange phenomenon. It seems that what we are facing is something even larger and far more terrifying. This phenomenon is known as dark flow, a mysterious concept, much like other puzzling phenomena that have baffled scientists, such as dark matter and dark energy. Dark flow appears to be pulling tens of thousands of galaxies, including our own, toward a massive entity that we can only detect through its gravitational influence. This entity is called the Great Attractor, a colossal point of attraction. It's not a planet, a star, or even a black hole. It's a gravitational anomaly located at the center of the Laniakea supercluster, our cosmic home. It has a mass thousands of times greater than the Milky Way, acting like an enormous, invisible force dominating this region of space. However, the scarier part is that we still don't know what it truly is. Could it be related to dark matter, the invisible substance that makes up 85% of the universe's mass? Or dark energy, the mysterious force causing the universe to expand at an accelerating rate? Even the world's leading scientists have to admit that they still don't have a clear answer. But pause for a moment and imagine. We are being pulled toward a massive, unidentified entity, more powerful than anything we've ever known. That thought alone might make the universe feel strangely small and fragile. Wandering black holes. In 2017, when the Hubble Space Telescope peered deep into the universe, scientists discovered something both strange and terrifying. A supermassive black hole, with a mass roughly 1 billion times that of the Sun, was on a haunting journey. Unlike typical black holes that reside at the centers of galaxies, this one had broken free from its galaxy and was roaming freely through the endless void of space. Imagine this, a powerful entity so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape it, hurtling through space at a staggering speed of 8 million kilometers per hour. It's like an invisible nomad with no purpose and no destination. But what truly sends chills down your spine is the distance between this supermassive black hole and our planet. It's only 8 billion light years away, a number that might seem vast, but when you consider the speed at which it moves, you realize that on a cosmic scale, that's not a safe distance at all. To put it into perspective, 8 billion light years is equivalent to 76 trillion kilometers. An enormous distance, but if this supermassive black hole were to head straight toward us, It could bring about the end of humanity in just over 1,084,000,000,000 years. So are you scared yet? The Sun's atmosphere. We often think that only Earth has an atmosphere, a layer of air surrounding and protecting life. But what if I told you that the Sun also has an atmosphere? Would that surprise you? In fact, the Sun, our massive burning star, does indeed have its own atmosphere. And if we define someone living within Earth's atmosphere as an Earthling, then, theoretically, we could also be called Sunlings, since we live within the Sun's atmospheric influence. It sounds strange, but it makes complete sense. The Sun's atmosphere is nothing like Earth's. It doesn't contain oxygen or the familiar gases we're used to, but is mostly made up of plasma, a superheated, fiery state of matter. In scientific terms, an atmosphere is a layer or set of layers of gases surrounding a large object, like a planet or a star, held in place by its gravity. Although the Sun is in a plasma state, scientists still recognize that it has its own atmosphere, divided into 4 main layers. The first is the chromosphere, the layer of gas surrounding the Sun's surface. Next comes the transition region, where the temperature starts to rise significantly. After that, we have the corona, the outermost layer of gas, famous for the bright halo often seen during total solar eclipses. Finally, there's the heliosphere, an enormous region of space that extends beyond the orbit of Pluto. The heliosphere is shaped like a giant bubble, created by streams of plasma ejected from the Sun, known as the solar wind. These winds blow into space and form an invisible shield, protecting the solar system from the pressures of the interstellar medium, the environment between stars, where other celestial bodies also struggle to maintain their stability. So, if you ever thought the Sun was just a simple ball of fire, it's actually far more complex. Its atmosphere is not just a blazing mass of plasma, but also a protective shield that guards the planets, including Earth, from the dangerous effects of outer space. The Sun isn't just the source of life for the solar system. It's also an invisible armor that shields us from the harsh, unseen forces of the cosmos. In a way, we can all proudly consider ourselves Sunlings, sheltered by the unique atmosphere of our central star. The end of the universe, the end of Earth. Nothing lasts forever in this life. Just as boring classes eventually end and your first love becomes a memory, the universe itself will also come to an end. Despite its vastness, the universe cannot escape the harsh laws of time. Today, scientists have proposed 3 main hypotheses about the universe's ultimate demise. 3 grim scenarios that paint a bleak picture of the final fate of everything we know. The Big Crunch hypothesis. According to this theory, the universe is spherical in shape and will gradually contract, pulled inward, until all matter collapses into a singularity, similar to the moment of the universe's birth in the Big Bang. At that point, temperature and density would rise infinitely, and everything would be crushed and burned into oblivion. The Big Freeze hypothesis. This theory envisions a saddle-shaped universe that keeps expanding and growing colder. As matter drifts further apart and energy diminishes, the universe will gradually cool until it reaches near absolute zero, the temperature of death, where no form of life or movement can survive. The Big Rip hypothesis. This is perhaps the most terrifying scenario. The universe wouldn't just expand, but the rate of expansion would accelerate to the point where everything gets stretched and torn apart, from large structures like galaxies and star systems down to the atomic level. All matter would be completely destroyed, leaving nothing behind. However, if any of these 3 scenarios were to unfold, we wouldn't be around to witness it. Instead of worrying about the distant end of the universe, let's talk about something closer and more realistic: the end of Earth. Unlike the scenarios from science fiction, Earth's demise won't come from nuclear war, a massive asteroid, a deadly pandemic, or an AI uprising. The most terrifying force that could wipe out Earth is actually the Sun, our source of life. The Sun, the star that has illuminated and nurtured life on Earth, won't last forever. Every second, the Sun's core consumes over 5 million tons of hydrogen in nuclear fusion reactions, turning it into helium and releasing energy. This rate of consumption means that the Sun will eventually run out of fuel. Although the Sun won't die immediately, Earth and its life will face serious trouble long before that happens. According to calculations, the Sun's brightness increases by about 10% every billion years. This means that by the year 1,000,000,2024, Earth's surface temperature will rise to around 70 degrees Celsius, enough to wipe out most plant and animal life, including humanity. Worse yet, by around the year 2,000,000,2024, all of Earth's water will have evaporated completely, turning the blue planet into a barren wasteland, much like Mercury today. But that's still not the worst part. In about 5.4 billion years, the Sun will run out of hydrogen and begin transforming into a red giant star. At that point, it will expand, engulfing the closest planets, like Mercury, Venus, and possibly even Earth. Eventually, after swallowing everything it can, the Sun will shed its outer layers, forming a planetary nebula, while its core will shrink into a small yet incredibly dense white dwarf. This white dwarf will continue to shine for a few trillion years before gradually cooling down and fading into a black dwarf, lost in the endless darkness of the universe. This will mark the complete death of the Sun, a star that was once the source of life for the entire solar system. A moment of silence for our Sun begins now. And if you were hoping for a brilliant supernova to bid farewell to the Sun, unfortunately, that won't happen. The Sun doesn't have enough mass to create such a grand explosion. So, let's take another 30 seconds to reflect on the fate of our star. Sudden deaths. With current scientific and technological advancements, NASA is now able to predict and track the orbits of asteroids and meteorites large enough to cause global catastrophes. This means that in the near future, humanity as a whole won't have to worry about sudden, unexpected disasters anymore. However, each individual still needs to worry about their own safety, as no organization or individual currently possesses the technology to predict hazards from smaller meteorites. A small meteorite caused an explosion with a force of around 400 to 500 kilotons over the city of Chelyabinsk, Russia, in February 2013, about 26 to 33 times the power of the Little Boy bomb dropped on Hiroshima in August 1945. It's important to note that the Chelyabinsk meteorite had a diameter of just 20 meters and weighed around 13,000 tons. And that's the end of today's video. I hope this journey into the dark corners of the universe has brought you some new, mind-blowing knowledge. Feel free to share your thoughts with me in the comments below. What surprised you the most? Is there anything that gave you chills when thinking about this vast, mysterious universe? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like and share it with others. And of course, subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you won't miss out on upcoming videos. The universe still holds many fascinating and terrifying secrets we have yet to uncover. Thank you for watching, and for now, goodbye, and see you in the next video.